The small town of Willow Creek was the kind of place where people left their doors unlocked, where everyone knew each other's birthdays, and where the local diner still served cherry pie with whipped cream on top. It was the kind of place that felt frozen in time, safe, warm, familiar. And for Ryan Cooper, Willow Creek was home. He had lived there all his life, growing up on Maple Street with his younger sister Natalie and his parents, who owned the town's hardware store. He wasn't flashy or ambitious, just steady. The guy who stayed. The guy people could rely on. The guy who loved deeply. He'd been dating Emily Parker since their junior year of high school. She was smart, kind, and had this quiet strength that drew people in. They weren't the couple everyone expected to end up together, they were the couple everyone knew would. Ryan had been best friends with Caleb Hayes since childhood. Caleb was his opposite in every way, wild, charming, always chasing the next thrill. But they balanced each other out. Ryan grounded Caleb. Caleb pulled Ryan into the world when he got too serious. Together, they were inseparable. Until the betrayal. Until the night everything Ryan knew burned to ash. It started small, as it always does. Emily became quieter, not cold, just distracted. She'd stare at her phone a second too long. Her laughter felt a little delayed, like she was playing a part. Ryan chalked it up to stress. She was finishing her nursing degree, working part-time, helping her mother recover from knee surgery. Life was a lot. Then Caleb started disappearing. Not physically, he still showed up for beers after work, still came by to help Ryan with the cabin they were building by the lake, but something was off. He talked less, smiled too much, looked away too quickly. The night it all came apart, Ryan had just finished installing the kitchen shelves in the cabin. He texted Caleb, asking if he wanted to come help hang the lighting fixtures. No response. He texted Emily, asking if she was free for dinner. Already made plans. Love you. He smiled. Simple, ordinary, familiar. But then he passed the Rusty Nail, the town's only bar, on his way home. Caleb's truck was there. He pulled into the lot, intending to surprise him. Maybe grab a beer, maybe catch up. He stepped inside. And the world stopped. There, in the far booth, lit by the soft glow of a wall sconce, sat Caleb. With Emily. Her hand was on his. Her head tilted back in laughter. Caleb leaned in, smiling like he had no weight in the world. Ryan couldn't move, couldn't speak. The bartender's voice sounded far away. His heart hammered in his chest like it wanted to escape his ribs. He left. Quietly, quickly. The next day, Emily came over like nothing had happened. He didn't confront her. Not yet. He wanted to believe there was an explanation. That it looked worse than it was. That maybe he was wrong. So he waited. He watched. And a week later, he followed her. He watched her park outside Caleb's apartment. Watched her enter with a key. Watched the lights flicker on. Watched the silhouette of two people standing far too close through the curtain. The confrontation was inevitable. How long? Ryan asked the next day, voice low, controlled. Emily's face crumpled. Ryan, How long, Emily? She closed her eyes. 4 months. The world shifted, tilted, everything he thought he knew fractured. Why? I didn't mean to fall for him. It just happened. We connected. I didn't plan this. But you did it, anyway. She nodded, tears streaming down her face. I didn't know how to tell you. I never wanted to hurt you. He laughed bitterly. You didn't want to hurt me? You destroyed me. Caleb didn't even have the decency to come to him. He called. I didn't plan to fall for her, man. I swear. I don't know. You don't know? You slept with the woman I was going to marry. That you don't know about? It was real. Ryan hung up. The next few months were a blur. People in town talked, as they do. Some were shocked. Some weren't. Most offered Ryan polite condolences, sad smiles, awkward silences. Emily moved out of their shared apartment. Moved in with Caleb. Ryan avoided them both. Focused on the cabin. On work. On surviving. Then Natalie showed up one night, holding a bottle of whiskey and 2 shot glasses. You need to feel this, she said. You've been pretending you don't. But you do. And so, in the quiet of the unfinished cabin, with the wind howling outside, Ryan finally allowed himself to fall apart. Healing didn't come quickly. It came in fragments. In long walks by the lake. In hours spent sanding wood until his hands bled. In the smile of a stranger who wandered into the hardware store asking for help picking out screws and left with a friendship. Her name was Tessa, a writer, passing through town. Or so she thought. She came back every weekend. Said she found inspiration in the quiet, in the stillness of Willow Creek. In the man who had learned to rebuild not just furniture, but himself. They talked, a lot. About books, about betrayal, about what it meant to be broken and still try. She never pushed. She just showed up. And one day, Ryan realized he wanted her to. The cabin was finished by spring. He stood on the porch, mug of coffee in hand, watching the sunrise. Tessa joined him, barefoot, eyes sleepy. "You okay?" she asked. He nodded. "I think I am." She smiled. "Good." Inside, her notebook lay open. A sentence scribbled across the top. "The strongest hearts are the ones that shattered, and still chose to beat again." A year later, Ryan walked past the rusty nail. He saw Caleb and Emily inside. They looked tired, strained. He didn't feel anger, or grief, or longing. He felt peace. Because in losing them, he found himself. And in himself, he found something new. Something better. He found Tessa. He found love that didn't betray, didn't hide, didn't falter. He found home.